Get your morning news with your goddess Tulsa. We are definitely here this morning to give you the local and the hot topics in the news. So I am your host, Goddess Tulsa. Thank you all for tuning in to our morning show. Make sure you are liking, subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, good morning and thank you for returning. And make sure you give us some feedback. Make sure you engage because this is the place where you can have your day. Here at Goddess Tulsa Morning Show. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're at the God Tulsa Show. We're at the God Tulsa Show. We're at the God Tulsa Show. We're at the Goddess Tulsa Show. The Goddess Tulsa Show. The Goddess Tulsa Show. So yeah, hit that subscribe and let's get into the news right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Goddess Tulsa, and we are here at the Goddess Tulsa Show. Today is June the 13th, 2022. Today is Monday. Happy Monday to everybody out there. It is time to get up. It is time to get moving, honey. It's time to get to work. And honey, we have the roosters. We have everybody out here, honey. They are up. They are ready. Okay, so first of all, thank you all for coming on over to the Queen Goddess Tulsa morning show. This morning we have a few things that we are going to talk about. Jennifer Hudson, shout out to Jennifer Hudson. She won a Tony Award, y'all. I didn't get to watch the Tony Awards last night. Also, Felicia Richard also won a Tony Award. And actually, Jennifer Hudson, she's actually the second Black woman to win an Emmy, a Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award. So shout out to Jennifer Hudson for making all these strides in the community and doing her thing. Okay, she deserves. Okay, now listen, guys. This has been a wonderful morning. You know what? Yesterday it was totally hot here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so today, Monday, guys, the temperatures are going to be up to 98 degrees and 79 later on in the evening. And it looks like we're going to be in the 90s all week. So get prepared for that. So make sure you are carrying your water. Make sure you are staying hydrated because can I get an amen? Y'all know how this Tulsa weather is. Exactly. So now listen, we got to get down to business. Oklahoma man arrested at Tulsa hospital after threatening to shoot doctors, police say. Okay, an Oklahoma man was arrested Friday after authorities say he assaulted staff at a Tulsa hospital and threatened to shoot doctors. Officers responded to Ascension St. John Medical Center around 5:15 p.m. That was 12 hours ago. Friday, and found a man identified as Reuben Chetnam, handcuffed by hospital security, Tulsa police said. Witnesses told police they had overheard Chetnam yelling at a doctor over the phone. You have a few seconds before I bust some caps in both of you, Chatton yelled. According to the doctor, Chatham allegedly then started to count from 1 to 20. Hospital security responded in Chapman's room, where nursing staff told them that Chapman had threatened to come back and shoot doctors, police said. Chapman allegedly tried to punch a security officer when handcuffed the patient to the bed until police arrived. Chatham's arrest comes less than a week after another man was arrested for allegedly threatening to shoot staff at Hillcrest Medical Center in Tulsa. And more than a week after a gunman killed four people, including his own doctor who recently performed back surgery on the shooter before killing himself at the St. Francis Hospital, the city St. Francis Hospital. Chapman was booked in the Tulsa County Jail on charges of assault and battery on medical care provider and threatening a violent act. So listen, guys, we definitely have to be prayed up, and we definitely have to be aware of our surroundings, and we definitely have to take care of our mental health. As we do here on the morning show, what we do is we like to have a great time. We like to give you the news, and also we like to inform you. So on that note, listen, guys, we have to pay the bills. So definitely let's go on a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. All right, thank you guys. We are back. Thank you for coming back to the Goddess Morning Show. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead on over to North Dallas. Okay, triple digit temperatures spread across North Texas. Temperatures soared past 100 degrees for the second consecutive day in North Texas, triggering an excessive heat warning. Even with high temps, scheduled events in the area appeared to go down without interruption. In Carrollton, dozens of families stood in the parking lot of a library and senior citizen, many of them fanning themselves during a ceremony in celebration of Philippine Independence Day. This is probably the hottest in memory, says Gus Mercado. Gus Mercado with the Filipino Leaders Coalition of North Texas says the independence celebration happens no matter what the weather brings. Every year on June 12th. This year was an odd anniversary, marking 80 years since the U.S. soldiers helped secure the freedom of the nation of islands during fighting in the Pacific Theater. Our safe passage to this country as immigrants was paved by the heroes of World War II, Mercado said. It was why he says everyone was willing to stand out, even during a potentially record-breaking temperature, to honor the sacrifice. A majority of the festivities were then moved inside to a nearby senior citizen center. Stay cool and don't spend a lot of time outside, Mercado said. Across the region, if you need a place to cool down, there are more locations now open. The Salvation Army of North Texas act- activates its 9 cooling centers when temperatures reach 100 degrees on back-to-back days. Christine Cavalier with the Salvation Army says relief from the heat comes from simply opening lobbies up, such as a place to cool down, and having plenty of bottled water on hand. Cavalier adds, later this summer, the nonprofit organization will add distribution of box fans to its 12 drive-through food pantry locations. This year, it does feel that it's a little bit early that we're launching these efforts. Cavalier said, generally, once we launch our heat relief efforts, we kind of keep them open. All right, so if you are in the North Dallas, Texas area, please stay hydrated. Please stay hydrated, and look for your nearest cooling station. Okay, Dallas, today is 6 a.m. Monday. The temperature outside is 101 degrees. It's going to be 77 a little bit later on tonight, but tomorrow you will be in the 90s. That's 99. On Wednesday, that'll be 97. Thursday, you'll be back up in the hundreds. So it looks like you guys will drop down. So you'll be Monday in the hundreds. Tuesday and Wednesday, you'll share the 90s, and then for the remainder of the week, you will be in the 100s. I want to thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Tulsa Morning Show. That is your morning news from Tulsa, Oklahoma, down to Dallas, Texas, North Dallas. So guess what? We are done with our news. If you have any stories, listen, I know that we have been getting some feedback, and absolutely, hold on one second. Shout out to our people over at YouTube. Shout out to our people over at YouTube for supporting our first day of our morning show. So this is boom. It is very going to be quick, and make sure you check us out for our midday cafe. Okay, that's going to be after 12, where we can listen to some music, we can jam out. Right now, we got some work to do and we got to pay some bills. Thank you all for coming out to the Keeping Up with Queen Tulsa show. I'm your host, Goddess Tulsa, on Goddess Tulsa Morning Show. Get your morning news with your Goddess Tulsa. We are definitely here this morning to give you the local and the hot topics in the news. So I am your host, Goddess Tulsa. Thank you all for tuning in to our morning show. Make sure you are liking, subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, good morning and thank you for returning. And make sure you give us some feedback. Make sure you engage, because this is the place where you can have your day. Here at Goddess Tulsa Morning Show. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're at the God Tulsa Show. We're at the God Tulsa Show. We're at the God Tulsa Show. We're at the Goddess Tulsa Show. The Goddess Tulsa Show. The Goddess Tulsa Show. So yeah, hit that subscribe and let's get into the news.